Welcome to the Reality Check, where we stop tolerating modern delusions. Today we trigger a massive meltdown by shattering entitlement. See her shocked by the cold, lethal power of man's honesty.
You're getting sued for assault. I'm gonna press charges on you. Hey, hold your ear, call the police. Hold your ear, call the police. Hold her, get the police. Grab her.
This arrogant woman delusionally thinks she can commit physical aggression without consequences. Disgusting. Instantly contacting the police after being slapped is the ultimate savage way to forcefully destroy her toxic entitlement.
So sick and tired of your shit, okay? I'm calling an Uber. I need to get out of here.
That's so beautiful.
No, I'm over you, okay?
I was joking.
Simon, you do this every time. You do this every time. You take something significant about our relationship and you have to ruin it.
I'm sorry.
My friends are right. Like, maybe I should actually be with Mark.
Huh? Wait, what? Babe, don't be silly. What are you saying?
Get off! Well, you know, Mark actually bought me flowers today for our anniversary. He remembers that when I text you, you can't reply to me all day long. Just like a million times the man you'll ever be.
Oh.
I thought that once we were engaged, once we were married, I thought you would grow up a bit and mature up and stop doing this crap to me, okay?
I'm sorry, babe. Can you just know?
I'm done.
I do care about you.
Hey, honey.
What?
Babe, hey, no.
What?
Yeah, I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm joking. Okay, I just wanted to... Hey, no, hey, stop. Honey, come here. I'm so sorry. No, I love you. I'm sorry, okay? I was just joking. No. Simon, are you kidding me?
This heartless girl is sickeningly delusional to treat a good man's genuine love like a cheap game. She cruelly crushed his heart for pure entertainment. A real man should immediately abandon her. She absolutely deserves to rot in miserable loneliness forever due to her entirely toxic behavior.
Do you think that selling your online and do you think the money that you make from that translates to any sort of intelligence or skill?
I have a degree.
A degree in what?
Philosophy. I could go onto grad school and become a lawyer if I wanted.
That's a good point. You could have become a very well-respected lawyer, had a good career. What do you think your kids are going to think when they said, oh, my mom had two options? They could have been a philosopher and a lawyer who made a lot of money, but they decided to be an online for 2 years. And then when they got ugly, now nobody wants to hire them anymore because they ruined their name and their reputation.
Notice how this woman's manipulative emotional tactics instantly collapse when aggressively confronted with brutal male logic. She's rendered completely speechless because she cannot hide behind her pathetic tears anymore. This brilliant man unapologetically annihilated her entirely flawed and fundamentally uneducated worldview with absolute precision.
No, but it's true. 1 minute, oh, we're the provider, we're supposed to give this, don't come to us about your feelings. But then the next minute it's, well, we
don't
have
care
feelings.
about our feelings.
Oh, we da-da-da-da.
Hold on a second.
Make it make sense. There's levels to this.
It's very...
No woman wants a man that's going to come crying every day at home, bro.
Wow!
Go to your
Guys.
homeboy.
You just proved my point. Girls don't want a man crying to them.
No,
Remember I
don't
said it?
like
Hey,
that.
hold on. Remember I said to you, girls don't want a man crying to them. And they lied on social media. Yeah? She just said it, guys. Wait, hold on a second. She just said it. We don't want a man crying.
Yeah.
She's a
No,
wait a minute. Women do not care about your mental health, men. It's
Trying to stop
do not
it.
listen to what they say.
Trying to stop
No,
it.
listen, guys. Do
Can
not
I
listen to
elaborate?
what they say. Watch what they do.
elaborate.
And what she simply said there is, we don't want a man crying to us every night. And all the times that I've said to men is, do not cry to your women. They will use it against you. Do not cry to your women. And she just proved it. Because when they, hold on a second, when they get in their feelings, they pull it out. Go and say what you're going to say.
A partner who demands vulnerability but loses respect when a man actually cries is dangerously hypocritical. This toxic double standard is exactly why men feel forced to hide their emotions and maintain an unbreakable facade. Wake up or get out of my sight. Like and subscribe if you're brave enough.
So I think you're very attractive.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you if you're single.
I am single.
You are single?
Yes.
Why is that?
Not the way I would want to.
What's that way? What's the way you want to?
I would want to be able to make her a priority. I don't think I can do that right now.
You meet me today and you think I'm the right girl, and you're not gonna talk to me because you don't have a lot of time, like with me, so you're not gonna talk to me at all?
Well, if you're the right girl, but I treat you wrong because I don't necessarily have the time to devote to you that I wanted to, then I don't think I would do either of us a good service.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
You have kids?
Nope.
You want kids?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, that sounds good.
Look at her absolutely traumatized face now that her fake modern privilege is ruthlessly stripped away. Good men have finally awakened and permanently refuse to tolerate her toxic nonsense. No high-value man will ever bow down to this ridiculously arrogant woman's completely unearned entitlement again.
I'm going to AI clone my boyfriend's voice, call his best friend, and figure out if he lied to me about what he was doing last night. My boyfriend's been acting very weird. I opened up a voice cloning software and imported voicemails that my boyfriend has left. I typed in a script of what I want my boyfriend to tell his friend. There's the final product.
Hey man, what's up? I don't know. Are you alone?
It sounds exactly like him. I'm going to use his iPad to FaceTime audio call his friend and see if his friend confirms what they were doing last night.
Hey man, what's up?
Not much, man. Just chilling. How are you feeling?
Everything is fine. Kind of. I don't know. Are you alone?
Yeah, man. Just, chilling at the house.
I don't remember much from last night. I don't know why I feel weird. What did I do?
Dude, you got at McDinton's last night, and you picked up some random sorority girl from UT and made out with her in front of everyone.
You said we stayed at your place.
Bruh. Why'd you have to bring me into this?
Utilizing advanced AI cloning software to psychotically spy on her partner. This woman is an incredibly manipulative, heavily controlling witch. Instead of communicating honestly, she actively chose pathetic espionage. This massive red flag proves exactly why he is incredibly lucky to escape her highly toxic grasp.
Pull up a guy and say you want to up tonight.
Oh, I got a good one.
Can we hang out whenever you get back?
Now you want to hang out?
No, I do, yeah.
No, absolutely not.
No. I'm gonna go with someone else.
Go.
That's the guy that has had a crush on me since 7th grade.
That's a W for him. Go.
If this utterly ungrateful woman completely fails to recognize his immense masculine value, he should immediately let her leave. No true alpha will ever degrade himself by begging such a toxic, highly arrogant girl to stay. He happily chooses his proud solitude over her blatant disrespect.
We need to break up. Go! Go!
This girl broke up with her boyfriend and told him to go. What happened next will leave you speechless. Who is a red flag?
Saturday is supposed to be 92 degrees, so I was thinking we hit the beach. No?
We need to break up.
What?
This relationship, I feel it's ran its course. And I know it's me. It's not you. You're perfect. I need to work on myself. Trust me. But I just know this relationship cannot go on anymore. What?
What?
What the hell?
What?
So you're just gonna leave? You're just gonna up and walk away from me, not say a single word?
Why would I? What do you want me to say?
Go. Go. I literally called it. I knew you were this type of person too. Go. Go. Like, that's what you want to... No! I just don't know what I want. I don't know what I want, honestly.
She arrogantly thought her condescending attitude could humiliate him, but he completely shut her down instead. If you deliberately start toxic conflicts, you absolutely deserve the public embarrassment that follows. A harsh lesson in why you should never challenge a sharper, more composed mind.
You see, every successful man is because they have an amazing woman with them.
Not really. You guys come when we build the castle. You wouldn't date someone who doesn't have his own apartment. So when the guy's a businessman, he's making money, that's when he gets the girl, right? So you guys come when there's a nest. That's why they call you chicks, right?
She arrogantly rejected countless genuinely good men out of pure delusion. And now harsh karma has flawlessly destroyed her. This incredibly entitled woman absolutely deserves to age alone in complete misery. Once her superficial youth permanently fades, no successful man will ever glance in her direction.
Does height matter in a guy? It does matter? Step on the scale.
Wait, who said I'm insecure about my weight?
Are you insecure about your weight? All right, then step on the scale.
I don't know you. This is a weird...
No, it's weird to judge guys based on something they can't change. That's what's weird.
I don't know you. I'm gonna go.
All right.
Watch this arrogant woman get instantly humbled by karma. She delusionally thinks everyone desires her, but a ruthless rejection just shattered her ego. Men with self-respect simply won't tolerate such toxic entitlement.
Welcome in. I just feel like he could have dressed up more, but I feel like it kind of, tell that you're more childlike.
My name is Sanel. I'm the owner and co-founder of Local Tax Pros, the #1 tax office in Orlando, Florida.
All right, so go ahead and ask our 2 remaining ladies another question.
Next, let's just say 3 years. What's one of your goals?
I would like to start my real estate journey, and I also want to start speaking, being an empowerment for women.
Whose balloon are you going to end up popping?
In one single second, this stoic man completely dismantled her princess complex. She loves nitpicking male appearances, but immediately shuts down when confronted with brutal facts. Her stunned silence proves her entitlement was rightfully destroyed.
Why do you wear suits everywhere? Every place you wear a suit.
Okay. Why do you wear that hair everywhere?
Different hairstyles.
Yeah, but it's still not your hair. Did I say something bad?
Is this guy, is he serious right now?
She threw out pathetic, manipulative excuses, but he ruthlessly dismantled her delusions using pure logic. Getting slapped by the harsh reality left her completely speechless. He delivered an absolute masterclass in shutting down toxic entitlement. She got utterly humiliated.
Yeah, say hey, homeboy.
Say hey.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want it.
Boy, who you talking to?
Oh, God, son.
Y'all can go talk at D.
Bro, you funny as hell.
Does this arrogant woman seriously think she is the center of the universe and every man desperately desires her cheap beauty? Just look at her completely dumbfounded face after his incredibly blunt rejection. This savage reality check flawlessly shattered her deeply toxic delusion. She entirely deserves this public humiliation.
A lot of people work really, really hard for their dreams, but it's not meant for everybody.
That's why you use auto-tune and I don't.
Actually...
Daring to publicly disrespect a real artist's raw talent while she desperately relies on heavy auto-tune, he completely shattered this fake judge's entire industry facade. It is downright hilarious when untalented women attempt to aggressively judge superior men. This legendary comeback permanently destroyed her extremely arrogant ego.
You guys might make $1 million on only. You're trading $1 million for 45 to 70 years of loneliness. $1 million is a house.
But they said they're okay with
It's
dying
not
off.
worth it, dude. There's a lot of life to live. She gave up a 3-year marriage to go to Miami. A 3-year marriage from Miami. She said, well, he didn't let me go to Miami.
You say men?
She threw away a 3-year marriage.
Sir, you're making her cry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. We've just been through a lot and I don't know what else to do.
All right, well, I guess
I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it now.
the truth hurts. Women can't handle the truth. They really can't, bro.
She hysterically screamed about his finances, but he completely ignored her toxic noise. Playing deaf to her shameless gold-digging complaints was an absolutely brilliant strategy. He flawlessly dismissed her entitled behavior without even breaking a sweat. Pure boss move.
Babe, what's this €500 e-ticket Real Madrid thing? It's 500 euros. What is this?
I cannot hear you.
Can you explain what this is? It's 500 euros, Thiago.
I cannot hear you. Come.
What do you mean you can't hear me?
Come.
Are you deaf or something?
Try it. Try it. Try it.
It's 500 euros. Try what?
How many Zara packages are we going to receive this week? How many Zara packages are we going to receive this week? How many? That's so easy.
She loudly demanded ridiculous privileges, only to get brutally destroyed by his harsh reality check. The entitled girl instantly froze in dead silence. Smart men simply refuse to tolerate such toxic garbage arguments. If you share this exact mindset, drop Dark Talon in the comments below.
We were talking about you the entire time you were gone.
Oh, really?
Yes. The fact that there's probably going to be big heat between you and me for years to come.
Oh,
and
yeah. I just thought it was my turn to, like, be needy.
What are we talking about?
I mean, really, he's not an uncle yet to my baby. You have to prove it to the family.
He shouldn't have to prove it.
I thought you guys were coming to help out because Brian and I helped you guys out with both your surgeries, so.
So why isn't Brian joining us tonight?
She confidently preached fake morals to gain control, but he ruthlessly exposed her hidden agenda. He easily dismantled every single pathetic excuse she offered. Her cheap, manipulative tactics failed miserably. She took a massive, humiliating loss on camera right there.
There you go. Oh, what is this for? Figure you need it since you like digging up the past so much.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like the yawning.
Accustomed to constant validation, she was deeply shocked by his brutally honest response. Her fragile ego shattered completely because he firmly refused to simp. High-value men always destroy arrogant delusions with cold, hard facts. She looked absolutely foolish.
I didn't call you fat. First of all, I asked how much you weighed because you're like, I worked out today and I bench pressed 225, but when I picked you up, it felt similar. So I'm just wondering how much you weighed. And no, good way, because the mic. Oh, because look, it's this thing right here.
I weigh 130.
This gold digger genuinely believed she was a prize, but he threw her straight into the trash with a cold rejection. Without hesitation, he mercilessly kicked this toxic deadweight away. Her insane arrogance was rightfully and brutally punished.
Colleague.
Hey.
Hey.
I just wanted to call and say that I think you're really cute. And I think that I have feelings for you.
Okay.
Do you feel the same way?
Nah, but I mean, I'm into one of your friends, so if you don't find my word for me,
What?
be great.
What friend?
Katie.
She confidently approached him, seeking attention, but received a disgusted look and a ruthless rejection. Extreme humiliation covered her face after he completely ignored her. Men can easily see right through these cheap, toxic traps now. She played herself.
Watch this. Wait, can't speak for me right now.
She demanded ridiculous privileges and he mercilessly shut her down entirely. The entitled girl was totally shocked to realize her artificial looks cannot buy everything. She received a massive, satisfying slap from harsh reality today. He dodged a massive bullet.
Can I have your number? Can I have her number? All right. Never mind.
I don't hear you.
You're not my type.
You're not my
You're
type.
not my type. You're not my type.
She aggressively enforced toxic double standards only to be brutally rejected by him. Her insane arrogance completely evaporated into thin air.
I was rejected by a guy in the most embarrassing and humiliating way possible, but still a part of me feels like this was my fault, so I need you guys to let me know what you think. One day, I matched with this guy on Bumble who was very, very handsome. He was a documentary filmmaker, curly brown hair, profile said 6'2". At the time, I was going through an identity crisis, so I just so happened to dye my hair back to brunette, although previous to that, I was blonde. I was on this dating app, and unfortunately, I hadn't updated any of my photos to reflect the way that I looked, although the photos that I did have were just taken 2-3 months ago. It's not like my physical appearance looked that different. It's just that my hair color was very different. So me and this guy are literally talking for 2 days. We're hitting it off. The conversation is flowing back and forth. And most of the time, guys will just waste your time and not ask you out on a date. Or if they ask you out on a date, they'll ask you to like go for a walk in the park. Days after us matching, we are on a date. I meet him for the first time. He's exiting his car and he's walking towards me. And as he's walking towards me, I could tell he has like a confused look on his face. And I've been on many dates. I've never been accused of being a catfish. I've never had somebody disappointed when they saw me in real life. In fact, I've had guys tell me that they are surprised and that I actually look better in person, that I look better than in my photos. He gives me a hug. We walk to the restaurant. We sit down. We're ordering drinks. And he's just asking him random questions, trying to make small talk. And he is just being very, very odd and standoffish. And at one point during the date, he looks at me and he says, "You look a little different than on your photos." I was like, yeah, I actually dyed my hair. I went darker. I've been a brunette in the past. Like, this is actually close to my natural hair color. And I was just tired of the blonde because it was ruining my hair. And then he tells me that he thinks that that is actually misleading and that I should have updated my dating profile photos to match how my hair looks now. So then I ask him, well, would that have changed your opinion of me? Would that have made you not want to go out on a date? And he kind of laughs and shrugs it off and says, well, you know, I do like blondes. And that just like rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, we end up splitting some appetizers on a couple of drinks and I end up leaving and thinking to myself, like, this is probably not going to go anywhere because that guy was super, super weird. I have no plans on texting this guy, but then I get a text from him the next evening. He sends me a whole paragraph that I never even asked for. In his paragraph, he tells me that he thinks that it's not right, that I misrepresented myself on my dating profile, and that if he's being completely 100% transparent, he is into blondes, that is his specific type, and he does not prefer brunettes. I never replied to him. I ended up blocking his number. But guys, there was a part of me that almost got my butt into my car and went to Sally Beauty Supply to get some bleach because I was so insecure at that point. When I look back on it though, did I make a mistake? Did I misrepresent myself? Did I catfish this guy? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
She deliberately tried to trap him but received a very bitter ending. She silently walked away in shame because her pathetic excuses completely ran out. His firm, decisive rejection was the perfect absolute poison for this completely shameless opportunist.
Writing in the margins of my mind all day, sipping herbal in the morning.
Falsely believing she was the center of the universe, she got brutally rejected in broad daylight. Her absolute shock was incredibly satisfying to witness. Her massive ego got totally destroyed. Drop a comment below. How would you handle this extreme level of delusion? Let us know. She dressed ridiculously to seek validation but was ignored like a total ghost. Her visibly frozen face proved her undeniable, ultimate humiliation. He refused to spare a single glance, flawlessly throwing away toxic trash with absolute top-tier savage class.
If I get a strike, you get to hit. You get to hit. Are you ready?
I don't want to hit. I don't want to. Gutter, please gutter. Please gutter.
She pushed her manipulative games too far and hysterically sobbed when he finally packed his bags. Those pathetic crocodile tears hold absolutely zero power now. A man recognizing his worth will never stay to endure her extremely exhausting, toxic drama.
I think I owe the men of the world an apology. Let me explain before you come in my comments. I always think to myself, why don't men just approach women? Why? It's not that hard. Just say hi. Just say hi. Your hair is pretty. It's not that hard, right? Well, last night I learned it is hard. Okay. And let me tell you what happened. So I'm just sitting at the bar with my buddies, just having a fun time. And in walks some men who were attractive. One in particular, I was like, wow, he's very handsome. So I'm chatting with my friends who are all male in this conversation. I'm like, what do I do? Because I don't really approach men ever, but I also don't ever get approached. So anyway, I'm thinking to myself, how bad could it be? So they suggest I send him a drink. And I'm like, brilliant. Oh my gosh, I've never done that before. That's so smart. So I sent him his drink of choice, which was a Corona with lime. Whatever. Should have known. Anyway, so some time goes by, and he has not acknowledged that I've sent this drink. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go over there. I walk up and I say, hey, how's your beer? You know, I like bat my eyelashes, you know. And he looks at me and he goes, oh, you sent this? Yeah, I did. It was me. And then he said nothing. 0 words exchanged. And you know that gif of Britney Spears where she's like holding her purse and she's just sitting there looking around like this? That was me in real life. And we just stared at each other. And I said, okay, enjoy your night. And then I had to turn around and march my way back to my little bar stool, just wrapped in rejection. And now I have to think about that for the rest of my life. So, gentlemen, I'm sorry. That sucked.
She bought him a drink expecting instant attention, only to get ruthlessly rejected. Now she cries online because her cheap manipulation completely failed. She finally experienced what men face daily. He flawlessly ignored her entitled behavior and protected his peace.
Well, I saddled up my suit, headed out at dawn.
She constantly claims she hates dating and prefers being single, but the brutal reality is that no high-value man actually wants her. Stop playing hard to get and faking high standards. It is not her choice. She is completely alone because nobody desires such an entitled woman.
So, are you single or in a relationship?
Not gonna answer that one.
You wanna get in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you single or in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship.
With her? Your aunt?
Okay, anyways, let's keep him out. Bye-bye.
You always feel bad for him. Chicks, they say for like 6 months we're in a relationship, and then they say on camera they're not. I always feel bad for those guys. It looks like I was one. That's gonna get you some views.
Look at her pathetically playing toxic games about her relationship status. She arrogantly acts mysterious to massively inflate her fake value. But when a high-value man brutally rejects her manipulation, she acts utterly shocked. Intelligent men absolutely refuse to ever tolerate such entirely worthless and delusional behavior.
I don't know when we're finally going to understand that men in their 30s are not to be messed around with. I mean, they can be absolutely infatuated with a woman, but if that woman plays games and shows 0 effort, that man is going to be gone. Because trust me, they've already experienced a toxic relationship that almost broke them. So when they see signs of this, they will quit so fast without any warning because they know their worth, trust me.
You think you can just flip a switch and force a decent guy to magically appear and take responsibility for the rest of your life. Love is a practical transaction. Once your value is depleted, the market will weed you out.
I am not ashamed to admit this, but my husband and I are not getting along right now. And I feel like there's this fear of judgment for talking about marital troubles once you have a baby, because you don't want to give off this aura that there's something wrong with your marriage. But then what happens is that new parents suffer in silence, and they think that there's something wrong with them and there's something wrong with their marriage in comparison to all these other first-time parents that seemingly have no issues. But let me normalize this, because every person that I've spoken to that has a young child has at one point or another gone through a phase where they are not getting along with their significant other.
This is a costly lesson for men. Never let your achievements, career, and future become a consolation prize for any woman's rebellious past. The responsibility belongs to the one who created the mess, not you.
I'm gonna go back into the wild and do things the old-fashioned way and meet people through mutual friends usually. That way, maybe you're gonna be a little bit more worried about me talking shit about you to other people.
When she suddenly pressures you to lock it down or define the relationship, don't delude yourself into thinking it's love. In reality, it's just biological panic as she realizes she's hit the wall. You are not her true love. You're just the last life preserver now that her youth has run out.
I still love him. But I don't want to love him anymore. I
more, please. Help me forget. Please help me let it go.
She spent her most vibrant years on wild flings and now forces her current husband to bear the burden when she suddenly wants to settle down. Never let your career and future become the consolation prize for anyone's past.
9 out of 10 men like the idea of me and the fantasy of me more than the real me. And I find myself in these situations constantly where these guys adore me before they have me, and they pursue me so hard, and then as soon as they have me, they disappear. And it's really hard to be in my shoes and have this happen to me over and over again, because each time I take longer to open up and to trust, and so it's like more time that I'm putting into gaining someone's trust, and I'm just constantly disappointed. It's really shitty.
See that, guys? Yet another classic example of women thinking they can play around all they want and then casually hit the checkout button with some nice guy. But that era is over.
Should I tell you where you're going wrong? You're expecting you from people. They don't have your heart. They don't have your soul. They don't have your morals. They're cut from a different cloth. The cloth that you're cut from, it doesn't come around too often. So stop expecting people to do you how you do them. You're going to break your own heart. You know you're a kind person. You know you'd be there at the end of the day. You know you'd drop everything for them to make sure that they're okay. But they won't do the same for you. So stop expecting you from people, because you will break your own heart every single time.
Top-tier men have more than enough options to replace this arrogance with dozens of normal, level-headed, and reasonable girls.
Okay, men of TikTok, I must know this answer. Or maybe women, you know the answer to this too. I'm just not one of the women that know this, or why. So my question is, why is it that when I go to a bar looking like this, unshowered, hair on top of my head, no makeup on, nothing, I get hit on 10 times more than if I go to the bar when I actually think that I look cute and I dress cute and my hair is done and my makeup's done?
We men crave peace, not a Barbie doll caked in makeup. Those girls wearing comfortable sweatshirts look genuine, approachable, and give off a much more pleasant vibe.
When you're younger in your 20s, like who the fuck wants to get married and settle down?
Yeah.
Some people, but not me at that point.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to feel the thrill. I want to be getting my head bashed into the mattress. I want to be getting flipped upside down, and then I want to be getting ghosted the next day. I want to have my heart ripped out of my chest, and I want to do it all over again, and then some. And then when you get a little older, you're kind of like, I literally don't have time.
You drained your youth on bad boys, and now that you've hit 30, you decide to settle down and demand decency. Men aren't stupid enough to be the backup plan for someone who threw away her best years in the past.
Yes, hello. I am here to complain. I'm 33 years old, female, and I used to be a homeless person. I am currently not a homeless person, but I cannot find a man to take me to the Olive Garden for some goddamn breadsticks. And when I was homeless, I would have men spend half their net worth on me. If they had a $10, we were going to the Subway for the $5 footlong. And I proportionally, now that I'm an indoor cat, it turns out I might just keep dating homeless people.
I'm ready to get married roughly translates to, I'm panicking because I'm out of time. Are you really looking for someone to clean up after the party is already over?
Men who say women over 30 are ran through not only prove to us that they hate women, but they actively objectify us in their minds. And don't be fooled, they don't like younger women either. They just think that they're a newer product. Younger women are less likely to recognize manipulation, bad treatment, and abuse that men will give them. And the only type of men who use the term ran through are men who are intentionally going to do the same thing to younger women as well. Some men hate older women just because we are the ones who warn younger women of their schemes and scams.
Suddenly your moral standards are sky high when you hit your 30s, You should have used these strict boundaries for commitment in your 20s, not wait until your market value hits rock bottom to bargain with men.
Of course, all these angry old men in my comment section trying to put women down in their 30s for being single and successful. It's not working. Women choose to be single because men are gross like this and assume terrible things, which they are just projecting their own insecurities about how poor they are and unsuccessful and trying to make us feel bad and weak, but we're not falling for that bullshit. I make more money than most men I know in my life, and I've achieved more in my 31 years of life, and I feel no need for a man. Sure, some nights I feel alone when I'm at home by myself, but I'm not lonely. I have so many friends, good family, I travel all the time because I'm rich and single, so I can do whatever I want, whenever, without caring about anyone else's, needing me around or whatever men need from people, fuck it. Plus, quality men wouldn't be trolling someone's TikTok and leaving shitty comments like this anyway, so your true colors are really showing.
You think you're a priceless prize and just have to sit around waiting for Prince Charming? Let me ask you, are these arrogant women in a happy 10-year marriage, or are they still languishing in their delusions? Top-tier men can replace them in a heartbeat. What do you guys think about this prize mentality? Let me know in the comments below.
Are you single?
Yes.
Where you from?
Persian.
You Persian? And how long you been in California?
Just a year.
Being in LA only for 1 year, how has the dating scene been for you?
Oh, it's not good.
It's not good? Why? What's wrong? What is the problem with the dating scene?
They don't want to date.
Who doesn't want to date?
The guys.
Well, what sort of guy are you looking for to date?
I mean, I'm 33.
Okay.
So I'm not looking to, play around anymore. And they're 43 and they're still looking, to explore, figure out their, life. And I'm like, you only have 30 seconds, you're going to be died.
What do you have to offer a man who's willing to get married to you?
I mean, if I need to offer something, I wouldn't marry a man, right? He could go find another man to offer him something, and the two of them had so much to offer, right?
When they can no longer milk attention on dating apps, they pivot to their friend network to trap naive nice guys. Listen to me, brothers. If your friends introduce you to a girl with a past exactly like this, do a U-turn immediately.
The problem is dating when you're 30s. It's just like, I feel the need to rush through everything, right? Like, I want to have kids. I want to have a family. I want to do it soon. And it takes away the freedom to be able to date, and enjoy the process. Because I met someone, I'm excited about it. And I realize also there's so many things in life that don't align. Like how we see our futures don't align. And then because of that, you kind of have to give up the possibility of growing anything almost. And it's not because we don't like each other. It's because, practically speaking, it can't work, really.
Over 30 and still delusionally demanding to ride off into the sunset like a Disney movie? The dating market is an incredibly ruthless transaction. Wake up before your exhaustion turns you into a bitter old spinster. If you guys agree with this harsh truth, smash that like button, share this video to save a brother, and hit subscribe for more.
Okay, so I haven't dated anybody in 3 years. I finally decided I'm gonna put myself out there, start meeting people. These men are weak. These men are soft, okay? They don't text you, they don't call you, they like your Instagram post. It is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What planet is everybody on? Why are girls allowing men to act like this to them? Absolutely not. No, go waste your time with a 20-year-old. They'll probably be happy to give your attention. Oh, somebody's here for me. It's not a date.
With that delusional attitude and mindset, the only thing she gets now is a bunch of simps trailing after her in relationships with absolutely zero respect.
I'm almost 33 years old, and I am nowhere close to having a boyfriend, nor have I ever had a boyfriend or been in a relationship. I'm not one with the whole hookup culture. That's what the society has gotten to. I'm literally just trying to find someone in this world full of dating apps. And there is a smart way. It's not working because everyone wants this hookup culture. I'm not down for that. I am about to be 33 years old. 33 plus. 33. I am find someone to $1,900.
Striking out on apps, so you plan to use your friend network to create social pressure and force men into commitment. It's obvious she's panicking because her biological clock is ticking. What a wonderful and calculating foundation to start a romance on.
Because men want younger women. If a man is 40, there is no way he is looking for a 40-year-old.
Right.
There's no way.
But at 40, do women even want to go with a 40-year-old man? The 40-year-old women want to go with a 50-year-old man, do they not?
I'd say most of my friends who've got divorced and who've kind of had relationships, it's either they've tried very hard to have a relationship and they're all very attractive. They're just older.
Right.
They're just in the 50s, the 40s, whatever. They're just not in their 30s. They've tried to have relationships with men of their age. Kind of hard. Yeah, can they have sex with their own? Yeah, absolutely no problem. Easy.
Stop whining about double standards. Men bust their asses their whole lives to build value through finances and their careers. Naturally, when they reach the top, they have the right to choose young, pleasant women instead of bringing home a 40-something woman full of unrealistic demands.
I just want to know, are there any people out there in their 30s who feel like they're just lost and confused in their life right now? People used to tell me, just wait till you get to your 30s. It gets so much easier. I don't feel like that. Do I want to start a whole new career path? Do I want to keep my job? Do I just want to take whatever money I have left to my name and just run to Europe? Do I live in a city? Do I live on a farm where there's a bunch of cows and sheep and cute little dogs running around? I can just frolic in the flowers and just be a farm girl. I'm 33. Do I need to try and look for a husband right now?
She assumes she's entitled to easy attention and that there will always be some fool obediently waiting at the finish line to get serious and provide. But that era has ended. If men accept this attitude, the only thing they'll become are simps in a relationship utterly devoid of respect.
Okay, I am a 36, almost 37-year-old single female living in San Diego. And I was seeing a guy for over a month and could not get this guy to ask me out on a proper date. It was like pulling teeth. He wanted to stay at home, get takeout, just be on the couch. And I'm just curious if I'm the only one going through this.
If these girls want to play mind games, please go play by yourselves. Hats off to the brothers who set firm boundaries and refuse to bring a battlefield into their homes.
Okay, this is a bit of a topic around dating apps and how I see this being a massive problem for men committing to relationships. And what I mean by this is there's so much women on dating apps now. Men also too. This goes both ways. But I am seeing so much women at the moment become independent, walk away, choosing to be single because men are not fucking committing. Men are not doing the work. And it's just crazy to me that you jump on an app, you swipe left and right, and then you meet up with someone, and then, yeah, you date a few times, you go on a few dates, and then next minute...
Girls always blame dating apps for ruining men's ability to commit. No, they've just realised there's no reason to tie their lives down to a laundry list of demands when they can get all the benefits without paying the price.
Are there any other 30-year-olds out there that are not ready to settle down yet? Because I'm 31 years old and I'm not ready to settle down whatsoever. Like right now, I can't help but feel bored of my life because I'm doing the same thing over and over. It's literally a routine and it just sucks a little bit. I don't know if it's just the monotony of my life or if I need to travel outside of the country or both. I think I just need to do something adventurous or exciting or just something different with my life. Otherwise, my head's gonna explode.
Thinking you can play around irresponsibly and then have someone ready to serve you a settled life when the party's over. The shock of realizing no man cares anymore is the most expensive introductory lesson on karma.
If a man is very interested in you and he is set on you, on dating you, and on making you his woman, you will not have any doubts.
Zero.
And if you do have doubts, and I personally would keep it moving.
He needs to know that you're the prize at the end of the day.
You're the prize.
Right?
Yes.
That you...
Calling yourself the prize and sitting around waiting for men to chase you. If you don't know how to respect and bring peace to a man, they will kick you to the curb in a heartbeat to choose someone more reasonable.
Definitely, ladies, I have to say that I agree with some men. We have made it really hard for men to approach us. We have so many double standards, it's actually crazy. Hear me out. You want him to approach you, but when he approaches you, you feel disrespected. Let's unpack that for a second. If a man wants to sleep with you, why are you feeling disrespected? You are now taking past experiences and projecting it onto this man, and he might be a great man. First off, let's acknowledge that there is shame for women. That's the first thing. So if you feel shameful for wanting such a thing, that's yours and you're projecting it onto him. Second thing, if you think that doing that means you're disrespecting yourself, that is a belief that you have. And third, you might just have the belief that if a man wants to sleep with you, he is disrespecting you. But then also if he doesn't hit on you and doesn't court you, you're upset about it. Which is it? Let's unpack it.
Screaming for equality but stubbornly clinging to double standards in dating. You women want a traditional man to provide everything, but you refuse to be traditional women yourselves. Men have seen right through this game. Don't even try to manipulate us anymore.
My wife had her wild phase before me, and now that I'm finally thriving, I feel like I missed out. Am I wrong for feeling this way?
Finally thriving?
He had the husband glow up.
Oh. Got it.
I've been married to my wife for 5 years, together for 8, and we have 2 beautiful children. She's been my first everything, my first girlfriend, my first real relationship, my first in every sense. I didn't really date in high school or college because honestly, I didn't take care of myself. I lacked confidence and didn't feel attractive, so I stayed focused on other things. My wife, on the other hand, had a more typical college experience. She had a few relationships and had her phase as she was extremely attractive. She even did stuff with 2 guys at the same time. She was upfront about it when we started dating, and it never bothered me, although I tried to not think about it too much. Now, here's the thing. Over the years, she's become quite reserved when it comes to intimacy. She says she had her wild side during college, and now that she's done with that phase, she prefers a more traditional approach to intimacy. She says she's tried everything she wanted to and knows what she enjoys and what she doesn't enjoy in the bedroom. And she wants to build intimacy on love, not wild lust. And I completely respect that. I'm not trying to do something which doesn't excite her in the bedroom. But lately, I've changed. I'm in the best shape of my life, physically, mentally, emotionally. Even my family and friends are kind of shocked with how I look now. My wife loves the new me and says she finds me more attractive than ever. But to be blunt, I don't care that my wife finds me attractive. Because I know I look good now. And it's not like her finding me more attractive will change anything in the bedroom department. My hormones right now are all over the place. And I can't help but feel like I missed my chance to experience that same fun side of life. I never had the exploration, the experimentation, the freedom. Now that I finally feel great about myself, that door seems closed. I brought it up with my sister. We're close. And she was surprisingly blunt. She said it's unfair that my wife got to have those experiences and now expects me to settle for less than what she once enjoyed. That hit me harder than I expected. But my sister also loves me to death and said some crazy stuff like I deserve to have an experience with at least one other woman in my life, else I'll keep resenting my wife. I love my wife. I don't want to hurt her. I'm not thinking of cheating or anything like that. But I do feel stuck between respecting her boundaries and acknowledging my own desires that never had the chance to exist. Am I wrong for feeling this way? Has anyone else been in this situation? How did you cope? So we do get an update on this one.
This is proof of failing to measure up to dating metrics. You break your back working to become successful, while your wife had her fun experiencing everything under the sun before she even met you. There's absolutely no reason for men to play the role of the ultimate cleanup guy.
I got stood up tonight. Let's talk about it. I connected with this guy on the Marital dating app. He messaged me on Instagram and wrote like, hey, ahead of our date tonight, could you answer these 3 questions? I was like, sure, okay, no problem. I answered his questions and he was like, Emma, that sounds great. Like, I'm really looking forward to meeting you tonight. I'm really excited. Seemed great. I'm getting ready and I receive another message from him on Instagram, and he had sent me one of my old Instagram posts, one from 5 years ago, and wrote, is this your ex-boyfriend? And I was like, yeah, it is. And he just wrote back like, okay. So then when it was time for me to go, I messaged him like, be there in 10. And he wrote, okay. I get to the restaurant, 10 minutes go by, I'm there first, and I message him, are you joining me? And he goes, no. Enjoy your night. I hope you get back together with your ex. I can tell how much you love him.
Face the facts. The high-value guys you matched with on the app just want a casual hookup. No busy, successful guy is going to hand out rings or commit to a woman full of social media delusions.
Okay, we have a theory that when you go out to the bar and you're a girl and you wear a sweatshirt, you're gonna get approached more than if you were to be like wearing like a little like revealing outfit, like cute vibes. One, because you're more approachable, like the guy isn't gonna be scared because you're just there chilling. Like, exactly. Like, what is there to lose? And like we're not trying, so they're not scared. Yeah. So I want to hear like the general population's like thoughts on this. Yeah, let us know. Does this work? Should we try this?
It's laughable that women always assume caking on makeup and dressing to the nines automatically raises their value. The truth is, no one wants to approach a girl who is constantly trying too hard and desperately demanding attention.
I feel like something that's so easily forgotten is that you are the reward, not the other way around. You are going to impact and change someone's life and bring so much light and positivity into their world.
I never stoop to chasing, the classic self-deceiving mantra of women with sky-high egos. You would rather miss out on the best men just because you crave being begged. Good luck with your loneliness.
When an older man wants to settle down with you, assume he is looking to secure his caregiver. Yeah, that's why you see men 45 plus looking for love. And, they realize, I just can't keep being terrible to women. I just have to, at some point, have to start being decent to women if I want to have someone wipe my ass. That's not a certified nurse, right? So when an older man is preying on you, just know he sees his future, and his future that he sees, that he imagined, involves you bathing him and changing his diaper.
Shaming men for wanting a caretaker when they want to settle down. It's obvious you're just bitter because successful men would rather stay single or choose younger girls than bring a combative person like you into their homes.
I was just stood up on a date and it was the most humiliating experience ever. Story time, met this guy on a dating app and he immediately asked me out on a date to a specific restaurant. He confirmed day of, I get to the restaurant and see that he's nowhere to be found. So I reach out, no response. I check the app and notice that he unmatched me. At that point, I was a little confused and I was kind of pissed because I was already dressed and I got all the way there. And because I had put in so much effort, I thought I might as well just have a meal while I am in the building. And it wasn't until I got home when I was scrolling Facebook and I saw a very similar story from a girl at that same restaurant who also got stood up. And she found out that there are restaurants now posing as people on dating apps just so you go to their business, and once you get stood up, they know that probably 9 times out of 10 that you're going to buy something from them. And that just blew my mind.
The harsh reality is that the high-value men you swiped right on are just casting a wide net. No prince has the free time to commit to someone who brings zero practical value to the negotiating table.
Why is dating so frustrating? Why? So talking to this guy on this dating app, right, for about 2 weeks, exchanged phone numbers, everything's good, asks me tonight, what are your plans this weekend? When I say, oh, my kids are actually with their dad this weekend. I work on Saturday, but just half the day. How about you? Oh, I have no plans. Then nothing. Nothing after that. Not would you like to meet up? Do you want to make plans? No, nothing. Why? Why even ask? Why are you even asking what my plans are? If you have no intention of asking. And the other thing that pisses me off is that I feel like people that do that just expect you to not have plans. Like they can ask you last minute. Like they'll ask me tomorrow night, hey, you want to hang out tonight? No, motherfucker, I'm busy. And now I'm busy, right? Am I really busy? No. But I'm going to tell you I'm busy because you really think that you can ask people the last minute to do something? Like, make a plan, make it a priority. Because if people don't feel like they're a priority, they don't want to spend their time with you, right? Like, when I'm dating somebody, you are my priority. I make you my priority, right? I don't know. Dating nowadays is just so different. I don't think I'm ready for it at all. Nope.
Crying because no guy will make you a priority in your 30s, men are busy building their careers and assets for themselves rather than having the free time to cater to the irrational whining of someone carrying a ton of past baggage. Delusions destroyed. Like and subscribe to Dark Talon for more brutally honest reality checks. Thanks for watching and see you guys later.